let's start building our scoop. First thing we need to do is draw a diamond on a piece of plastic like this. I took one of my old school folders that I didn't need anymore, so I drew the 4 lines here and then I rounded off the corners, as you can see. So now I'm going to cut it out. There. So now when we fold it up like this, we'll have a nice triangular scoop. So the next step would be to drill holes here, 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 and here. And by drill I mean punch, with a hole punch. Here's an example of that. Same shape with the holes already punched. So the next step is to insert the pencils. So here I have 2 old beat up mechanical pencils. So we simply insert them through the holes. One there, and one there. So now we have a scoop that has a hinge on it. So next we would want to cut out a piece approximately this shape and just put it on the back of the scoop. You can use hot glue to attach it. You can see mine kind of will wrap around like that, kind of closing off that top portion. You can mess around with different designs and find the best one that you like. So once you've attached that, you can take some sort of metal. This scoop needs structural support, so that's what this metal will do. If we didn't have the metal, it might bend like that when I tried to scoop up some sediment. But instead we're going to add this metal, and I don't think I'll stick it on right now, but as I said before, or in the paper, you can use some wire instead and just wrap it around the pencils. Use as much wire as you need. A coat hanger might work well. It just needs to add structural support so that the scoop doesn't bend like that. Okay, I'm going to show you the scoop fully assembled. As you can see, I have my 2 pencils stuck through holes in the side. Right here you can see the seam I've created with hot glue to close the gap. I used this piece that I cut out to close off the back, and the wire, or the rubber bands, are attached to this second pencil right here. There's the completed scoop. So here we have the fully assembled sediment scooper, not yet attached to the Seaperch. We have the scoop right here. As you can see, I've used zip ties to make a little hinge. I drilled the holes through the wood, and they're loose enough that can twist or hinge. I have the foam right there that'll create the seal when it's closed. I'll just show you how to hook up the rubber bands. There's a screw right there that you insert, and you attach the rubber band to the pin like that, and insert that in the solenoid. So when the solenoid is on, it'll be stuck in there, and then when you turn the solenoid off, it lets the scoop close. So right here we have our solenoid attached with zip ties as well. Simply drill the holes through there and put the zip ties through and attach it, as you can see. Let's look a little closer at this pin right here. It's just the pin that comes with the solenoid. I've basically just tied the rubber band to the pin with wire. So as you can see, I've attached the piece of wood with a zip tie there, a zip tie there, a zip tie there, and a zip tie there. The wires are connected right there. I've used the 4th wire in the Ethernet to connect to my solenoid, which is right there. And I've added some, it's kind of hard to see, but there are some metal plates just right there. in between the plastic meshing and the wood. And I've used just a zip tie right there to kind of keep those in place by pulling the mesh down. Awesome, let's go test it. Now that we've assembled it, we're ready to do our final test. As you can see, I have the solenoid engaged. I'll put it in the water. And if you look down at the bottom of this tank, we have marbles to simulate the sediment at the bottom.
Never gonna be another one, no. I followed, so taken, so conditioned I could never let go. Then sorrow, then sickness, then the shock when you flip it on me. So hollow, so vicious.
And there you can see we have a marble, some sediment from the bottom of the tank.